Hello my friends, and welcome to our lesson for the comprehension skill main idea and supporting details related to the selection, the Signmaker's assistant. The big idea or the main idea is what the text is mostly about, or the most important point the author is trying to make or tell us about the topic. If I want to know the main idea, I need to know who or what is the text or the author mostly talking about, and what about it. What about the supporting details? The supporting details prove the point the author is trying to make. So if, for example, the main idea of the author is that friendship is important in our life, so the supporting details will prove this point by giving different examples to show you how friendship is really important to us in life. How to find out the main idea? It's very easy. Look at the title. Look at the topic sentence or the first sentence. Look at the last sentence that tells you about the conclusion. Look at the repeated words. Or think and find out what the author wants you to know. So again, if you need to know the main idea, you'll find that it could be mentioned in the title, so you need to look at the title. If not, you need to look at the topic sentence or the first sentence of a text or paragraph or story, or the last sentence that tells you about the conclusion or the results and the outcomes of the story or text, or the repeated words or phrases, because they tell you that this is very important, that's why it's repeated. Or you may think and find out or ask yourself what the author wants you to know. Because when you know what the author wants you to know, it means that you can get the main idea. Let's read this story and find out the main idea and the supporting details. Read the story, follow the directions. Annie was going to wear a costume in a parade. She would look like a bunch of grapes. Annie's mom wrapped a strong brown ribbon around Annie's shirt. Next, she attached 8 purple balloons to the ribbon. These were the grapes. Soon, Annie and her mom were off to the parade. When Annie got out of the car, one of the balloons popped. Then, on her way to the float, a little dog jumped up and bit 2 balloons. 2 more pops. After that, a boy bumped into Annie. 3 pops. Finally, Annie climbed onto the float and sat down. Pop, pop. That was the last of the balloons. All that was left of Annie's costume was the brown ribbon. "You have a new costume," her mom laughed. "Now you're a grapevine." Annie laughed too. Sometimes laughing is the best thing to do when things go wrong. Number 1. Circle the answer below that tells what the story is about. Annie's costume, a parade's float, purple balloons. Question 2. Write a sentence from the story that tells the main idea. So in this case, you need to refer back to the text and read it again. So go ahead and read it again, but this time you need to know what the story is about and what's its main idea. So take your time, and if you need extra time, you may pause the video till you finish reading and find the answers, then play it again. The answers. Number 1. Circle the answer below that tells what the story is about. The story is about Annie's costume. The whole text is about Annie's costume. What did she choose? She chose to be or to look like a bunch of grapes. How did her mother help? She wrapped strong brown ribbon around her, then she started to tie the balloons around her to look like the grapes. But what happened? When they went out, the balloons started to pop and pop and pop one after the other till she lost them all. So the whole text was telling you about Annie's costume, that she wanted to look like a bunch of grapes, but at the end it didn't work and she lost all the balloons. So the story is not about a parade's float, and it's not about the purple balloons. Number 2, write a sentence from the story that tells the main idea, what the author wants you to know from the story. Yes, the author wants you to know that sometimes laughing is the best thing to do when things go wrong. Where did you find this sentence? It was the last sentence in the text. Do you remember when I told you that you may find the main idea in the last sentence that gives you the conclusion or the main idea or the lesson or what the author wants you to know? Yes, here in this text, the main idea is mentioned in the last sentence. Sometimes laughing is the best thing to do when things go wrong. And that's exactly what the author wants you to know. Here is another story. Let's read it and find the topic sentence, the main idea, and one of the supporting details. John and his friends went to the festival last week. They rode the roller coaster and the merry-go-round. They all ate pizza, drank juice, talked, played, and laughed a lot. They watched different exciting performances. They spent the whole day there. They returned home happily with a lot of memories. Going to festivals with your friends is a great fun. So you need to think about the topic sentence, which is the first one, as I told you before. The main idea. Do you remember? If you want to get the main idea, so you need to look at the first sentence, the last one, the repeated words or phrases, or ask yourself what the author wants us to know. And one of the supporting details means any of the details that proves this main idea. So think. What are they? The topic sentence is the first one. John and his friends went to the festival last week. And the main idea comes at the end to give you the conclusion of this text, the result or the outcome. Going to festivals with your friends is a great fun. So this is what the author wants you to know. One of the supporting details that proves this idea, they returned home happily with a lot of memories. So here we got the topic sentence, the main idea, and one of the supporting details. Here we come to the end. Hope you understood the lesson and learned how to find out the main idea and the supporting details of a text or a story. Thanks for listening and have a nice day, dear students. Bye bye.